and welcome to more Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts! Today we're back at the title screen, and the reason why is simply that over the weekend I recorded the multiplayer episode, and to show everything there was to show with that, well, we didn't actually end up showing all of it for reasons you'll see once we get to that episode, but I downloaded the DLC, and we're gonna get a little bit of extra dialogue once we load up the file, since we have the DLC now. So let's go ahead and load this up, and I just wanted to be able to show that to you guys. And here you go, as we get in. You've completed a stop and swap item in the Xbox Live Arcade version of Banjo-Tooie. Well, okay, so this is, he says your reward is quite special, blueprint designed by the fans, so if it's not very good, don't blame me. So, the whole stop and swap thing, the picture is getting a little bit bigger here. So, way back, like 2 years ago or whatever, we did Banjo-Kazooie. In that, I got all of the stop and swap items. Then, I think it was last year, I stepped over to Banjo-Tooie, and I took my save data from Banjo-Kazooie, and was able to do stop and swap stuff in Banjo-Tooie. Now, because I did the stuff in Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie, both of those carry over to Nuts and Bolts, and once you combine it, I know it's a little stuffy, anyways, once you combine the stuff you did in Banjo-Tooie with Nuts and Bolts, and you get the DLC, you get this special thing right here. So we're gonna get some blueprints, which were designed by fans of the game, and also, you've downloaded my Lost Challenges. You may find these a little harder than previous ones, but that's the point. Look for Mumbo's rear entrance to access the new challenges. Yes, his rear entrance. So this right here is the DLC. We'll be doing all of that in one episode. It might be next episode. Next episode's either going to be the DLC or it's going to be the multiplayer. We'll see. But, basically, there's going to be a bunch of really tough challenges inside the Testo track, which is pretty cool. And the entrance to it is back there. You'll actually get an achievement for it just for going to that little door there. But you know what? I've never actually had the Banjo-Tooie stuff unlocked for this. So let me go see if I can find the blueprints we have. Oh, yep, here they are. We've got these stop and swap categories. So we've got 7 vehicles right here. As you can see, we've got a rotating turret, a carousel, a robot, a transformation machine, a tank, a flying beetle, and a gruntling. Let's go take a close-up of all of these. This is looking really interesting, and I've seen something like this before. Basically, it'll actually use the wheels to rotate a turret right there. Let's go take a look at this real quick. All right, check this out. If we use the throttle, it's actually gonna rotate this little turret thing right here. It's kind of bizarre, but it works, and I think it's super cool. So we can basically aim our little thing right here like that. Now, with a vehicle like this, I would honestly recommend putting the seat up at the top on the rotating part. That way, when you go in like this, you can actually see in first person where you're aiming. But anyways, let's go check out the other ones. This one is the carousel. I don't know what this is going to do, but let's go find out. Keep in mind, these are my first time seeing these vehicles as well, so this is all new to me. Looks like it's got some super engines, and I guess it spins around. I guess it really is just meant to like be a carousel and fly these people away. What the heck is this? It's got a radio on it and everything. I guess it's pretty cute. It just kind of spins around. I guess that's all there really is to it. This is the one I'm most excited to see. Look at this robot right here. Well, it might be like really stiff. I'm not really sure what we're going to expect here. No, it is definitely got joints. Okay, so if we fly, look at this CRUD, dude. I'm guessing all the joints are stuck on with tow bars, and we've got wings. I think the wings, the arms probably have to be out of the way. I don't know how we're gonna do this, but this is so cool. We've got lasers, we've got missiles. I guess we got the tow bars. We could drop off like that. That's kind of cool. Oh, I see, you can drop off the limbs and then you can fly away like that. That is a really cool vehicle. Next up is the transformation machine. Okay, this is looking pretty cool, but I don't know how to actually transform it. Let's try the wings. No, let's try the detacher. Oh, CRUD, look at that, dude. Okay, so you hit the detacher, and then some tow bars come out and turn it into a robot, kind of like the last one. That's so awesome. I doubt it could actually go back. Well, maybe if we drop the tow bars like this. Yo, oh my gosh, it went back. So to put it back, you just drop the tow bars and then you hold right bumper. That's so awesome, dude. Look at this. You can even do it midair. So watch, we transform like that, and then we turn into the robot. If I want to go back, I just go like this, and everything will click right back into place. That's amazing. All right, now we've got a tank. This kind of sounds, compared to the others, it sounds a little bit dull, but let's go check it out here at least. So it looks like it kind of is just a tank. Once again, it's got tow bars. A lot of these vehicles using tow bars. Does the back like pop out? Maybe if we use the balloon or something. Let's see. Oh, CRUD! It opens up the back so you can go inside. That's awesome. Dude, there are some really creative designs right here. I mean, I guess it's probably why they got chosen for this, though. All right, 2 more. We've got the Flying Beetle. Well, it certainly looks cool, but let's see what this does. So we've got some propellers, which, there they go. They weren't coming out at first. So we've got propellers, so we can fly like that. We've got detachers. Is that gonna make the wings come out? Yo, it does. Okay, so it makes the wings pop out, kind of like a ladybug or something. And then we can drop them like that, reattach them. We've also got a gyroscope inside there, so we could probably make use of that. So what do you say we like drop the detachers and then use the gyroscope like this? So there you go, we can do some weird stuff. Kind of interesting, I guess. And the last one is a gruntling. Look at this guy. We've got little stoplights for the eyes right there. And it can fly, heck yeah. This is kind of just like an artistic thing that happens to have some jets on it. It's also got a gyroscope, so we can kind of use it to rotate, but not too well right there. Anyways, that is all of the special items we get, or all the vehicles we get for having the stop and swap stuff from Banjo-Tooie. But let's get back out of here. Let's go to Terrarium of Terror Act 3, because that is the stage we're doing today. All right, Act 3, in we go. We've got the final 3 Jinjo missions. We've got 5 Jiggy missions, and, well, we've already got all the notes, I guess, so let's do it. We're here. I've got the CRUD out, so let's go and find some missions. Also, I've got a couple new blueprints that I made that I was just kind of messing around with during the multiplayer episode. I was just messing around with people, so they don't really have any purpose, but they're there. So let's go talk to this guy. A Jinjo race is coming up, so we're just going to go ahead and use the CRUD. You'll see the vehicles I made right here. Let's go to choose vehicle. One of them is just a row of a bunch of balloons, and the other one was a giant ramp thing I made on top of one of our vehicles we made before. But let's go and use the CRUD for this one. All right, we'll do our best right here. We gotta beat probably our last Jinjo race. I don't think the other 2 missions are races right here. So I'm gonna fly for this, definitely, because going on the ground with light vehicles like this, not the easiest thing. It would help if I made some proper turns instead of going the wrong way like that. Oop. Well, this is going to be a tough race, I can already tell. At least for me, because I'm just doing very badly right now. Oh, gosh dang it, dude. Come on, bitch. Oh, jeez. I'm very phlegmy today. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I actually... Okay, I don't know why this always happens, but whenever the weather starts getting really cold, I start to get, like, really sore throats when I wake up. Now, I don't know if that's because the weather's cold or because it's dry. Here's what I think. It's because we have a heater, so when it gets cold, I turn the heater on, and I think the heater makes the air really dry. So, my throat's getting better. The problem is, like, in the healing process, my throat's making a lot of phlegm, so that's a problem. That one didn't go so well. The CRUD is kind of light. I might want to use the trolley Mark Zuckerberg for this. Yeah, let's do that, because it's got some extra weight on it. It can handle these ground races a little bit better. It pains me to say it, but this vehicle's probably a better design than the CRUD that we actually have. The trolley just works a little bit better. Now, the wings are going to make it a little bit awkward to drive, just because the extra weight that it puts on the top side, but it should still overall, excuse me, it should overall be pretty good. I would probably... Yeah, I don't know. For a mission like this, I would probably want to put more weight. I think that'd be the best choice, but you guys know me. I like to avoid making vehicles from time to time when we don't really need them. Of course, there's other times where I make vehicles that take me half an hour to make when I save like 5 seconds doing it. But, you know, making another racing vehicle is not that exciting, where making some of those crazy designs is a little bit more interesting, I guess. But we are kind of ahead right now. Oh, maybe spoke too soon. I don't know when this one ends, but I think it's going to be pretty soon. No, 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 we're like right there. No, CRUD. I'm going to test my theory about, or my hypothesis about using heavier vehicles. So we're going to use this sumo vehicle right here. And I bet you this one's going to handle a lot better. This is so much easier. Now, we do have a lot of jets on this one, but still, it's overall a lot easier. It's a little bit front heavy because of all the bumpers, so sometimes it'll stand up on its legs like that, or it'll stand up on its face, but it's still probably a better choice. What the CRUD? Okay, or maybe not, because I'll just bump into something and go flying off into nowhere. Okay, I'm going to make a vehicle with one of the default chassis. All I did was swap the wheels for super wheels, swap the fuel for super fuel, and put one super engine. Let's try this out. No, I crashed at the last second. And there you go. Just by actually pressing the throttle a little harder, it was pretty easy. Oh, I got a giant grunt bot on me, but we've got one of the Jiggy missions right here, so let's go do this one. This is Super Sally, which I believe is going to be another race. Do I want to use the new car, or do I want to use something old? Never mind. Okay, never mind. I don't know why I thought this was a race for some reason. It is kind of. It's a checkpoint mission, but it's just us. We're kind of just racing against the clock right here, and all we're doing is going up the giant spiral right here. Now, it's going to be a little tricky. You don't want to hold the throttle down all the way, especially the higher you get, the thinner and thinner this little road's going to get. So you want to try to go somewhat fast early on, and then really take that extra time you earned yourself by going fast at the top so you can slow down quite a bit. It's really not too hard as long as you don't crash, as long as you don't fall off or something like that, and as long as you kind of have somewhat of a decent speed, you'll get the trophy. It's not really a hard one right here. So we're just going to keep going around the spiral, and what I'm doing basically is I'm pressing the throttle for a second, letting go, pressing back on, and I'm just kind of repeating that over and over, and just adjusting my camera, adjusting my turning as I need to here. Now, once we get up here, you can see it's going to start getting much more narrow. This is where it gets tricky, because if you fall off, you're not going to get the trophy. You could try to jump out of your vehicle, try to grab it before it falls off, but at that point, you'll probably have wasted too much time and not be able to get it. But you can see, even though I've been being very cautious, still plenty of time to spare, and we've got the trophy already. Now, there's another mission right around here that's pretty easy as well. I think it might be down here somewhere. No, I think that one's up above. Okay, here it is. So this one right here is called, it's called Time for a Cuppa. And basically, we're going to be delivering tea and biscuits to people. Now, for this one, it is Log's choice, and honestly, this is a very, very easy mission. The trophy is very easy to get as well. So all we're going to do is we're going to drive up here, and we've got all these different things of tea and cookies and whatever the heck, biscuits. We have to deliver these. However, we only have to deliver 4, so we're not going to grab everything. It might look like they're going to fall out pretty easily, but they actually do a pretty good job at staying inside the car. So we're just going to drive around to the 4 different people and get this CRUD delivered. Now, you could drive in a whole bunch of different paths. You don't have to go any specific way. Go to the 4 people however you like. Doesn't really matter too much. I'm sure there's one particular way that's the fastest, but I just don't think it's that big of an issue right there. So we're just going to drive across like this, drive over this way, and as you'll see, even though I'm kind of driving like a madman, bumping into CRUD, it really does a pretty good job, like I said, of not falling out. So right here, we'll just land right down here. We'll go over and deliver the one to this guy here, and then we'll just back up, go to the last one. As you can see, we've still got like well over half of our trophy time here, and we're just about done. It's so easy. I don't know why they give you so much time for the trophy. Maybe they think you'll have trouble not dropping stuff, or maybe they think that you're gonna only take one thing at a time. I really don't know, but oh, that one did not deliver because I killed the guy. Come on, deliver it. Okay, go back into your spot, dude. Eventually it's gonna get delivered. Come on, dude. Come on. You can do it. I believe in you. There you go. Okay. Well, there we go. That is 2 down. I think there's one more in this room a little higher up. And there's going to be 2 more other Jiggy missions that are going to be in different areas. But let's try to get the one around here first. Shouldn't be too high up. No, I think the one that's in this general area, I think it's much, much higher. So let's go ahead and do this one mission that's over on the side area. Should be right over here. We're just going to go back kind of where we entered one of the acts down here. And we'll drop down and talk to this guy. Now this one, this is where something a little bit special is going to happen. Normally I'd make my own vehicles, but I want to show you guys a feature. On the leaderboards, if you look at the top 10s, if the person who got that leaderboard time allows it, you can actually download their blueprint and use it. So let's go ahead and do that. I just got to go plug in my Ethernet cable real quick so I can connect to Xbox Live. All right, so the Ethernet is now plugged in. I'm going to go and skip. Oh, I don't want to do the mission quite yet. I need to go check out the leaderboards. So let's wimp out right here. And the thing is, on the leaderboards, a lot of people actually like to not give you their designs, but let me make sure I'm connected right here. Okay, so now I'm on Xbox Live. Now I can go check out the leaderboards. Oop, wrong button. We're gonna just pause the game and we go over to leaderboards right here. Now there's one other thing I want to show you. Before I show you guys this mission, I want to show you something in Banjo-Land. Let's go down to Banjo-Land Act 4, because inside here, I am on the leaderboard. You see I'm number 7 right there. And I have my particular blueprint available for download. So let's go ahead and watch this replay so you guys can see what's happening. I've talked about this before. During the Grunty battle, there's a vehicle where you can just hold down one button and it'll automatically win you the mission. This is that right there. So let's just go ahead and take a look at it and you'll see what's going on. Now it's going to be a little bit laggy at first, so I'll go ahead and rewind it once it loads up here. We'll rewind and watch from the beginning. Okay, so let's go ahead and hit play, and you'll see, I don't know why it's lagging so much. Why are you lagging? Let's try that a third time. Third time's the charm. So we'll go ahead and hit play. Don't lag. Okay, for some reason it lags right here. I don't get why exactly that happens during the replay, but as you can see, we just have a vehicle designed to have a laser that shoots directly at Grunty. The thing is with this one, let's go back to the replay here. You have to have a very specific set of blocks. This CRUD is ridiculously precise. So say for example I replaced one of these blocks with some other one block piece, it wouldn't work. It has to be like a very specific set of blocks. Now there's other vehicles on the leaderboards that have a similar design, but slightly different blocks. Those ones work, but this one right here I made myself because during the speedrun, we don't have a large ammo, which is what a lot of people used. So I had to replace it and use only like small ammos and things like that. Actually, I think we do have the one large ammo. No, those are a bunch of small ammos. No, there's one large ammo over here, but we didn't have a second large ammo. So I had to make a design that worked that had only parts that we had during the speedrun. So that's why I made this one. But if you guys want to download it yourself, you just go open the leaderboard thing, you hit save blueprint, and there you go. One small problem. After watching a replay, once you exit, it's actually going to put you back at the start of the stage for some reason. So I'll have to travel back to where that one mission was. But let me go and download one of the blueprints off the leaderboards for that mission. Now, like I said, not everyone is going to have these types of things up for download. I saw one of them that did. I think it was K1998. Let me check. I think it was them. Nope, not them. They do not have the replay up. Now, the thing is, or they do have a replay. They don't have the vehicle up. The thing is, though, you could just take a bunch of pictures of the vehicle from different angles and then reconstruct it yourself, but that kind of defeats the convenience of just downloading a vehicle. Let me check. Oh, I think it was this guy, number 6, in OTO Vis. I think that was the one. Nope, not them either. I can't remember who it is. Okay, at the very least, the person who was in 10th place did have a vehicle, so we're gonna go ahead and save that. Their name, the person whose name this was Tactical Testicle, but anyways, we got the vehicle now. Let's go do the mission. All right, well, let's go put this one to use. It's just called New Blueprint right here. And I don't know who originated this design, but they're all pretty much the same. Pretty much everything on the leaderboard has something similar to this. So all it is a cage that goes upwards like that has a suck and blow on it. All you do is you grab a bunch of these guys, you move it over, and you stick it underneath this vacuum thing right here. And once you do that, you're done. That's all there is to it. Lots of different designs could work just like that, but I guess this is the one that we're using here. All right, let's go find some more missions. All right, here's one of the missions. This one is called Flower Power Shower. Once again, you could find some pretty interesting vehicles for this one that you could probably download or copy off the leaderboards, but I'm gonna make a very simple vehicle that, well, it's not going to get you any records, will work quite easily. Step 1, put out all of our ammo. Next, we'll add some fuel and some engines. All right, so the last thing I want to add is I want to put all 5 of my egg guns, but I want to put them like as spread out as possible. All right, good enough. So I got them spread out pretty far right here, and then I'm just going to connect them with a bunch of poles, and then I'm going to put on some propellers, a seat, and we're good to go. All right, let's go take a look at the actual mission. So all we're going to be doing really is shooting a bunch of these flying things that you'll see popping out of here, and we have to get 50 of them, which is quite a lot. That's why I've got the egg guns kind of spread out so that they'll hopefully target different things, and we're gonna sit here and shoot a whole bunch of them. Now, right behind where the mission starts, there will be some more, there's a box with a free part in it, and that's gonna be another large ammo. So if you need more ammo, it's there, but we've got so much ammo, and the egg guns don't really use that much, so it should be okay. Now, you could use other parts as well. You could use torpedoes or other stuff like that. I've personally found that stuff is just too slow at killing because the rate of fire is kind of low. So while it will kill them, it doesn't do a very good job of killing stuff and then boom, move on to the next target and stuff like that. So I just like using this vehicle. Egg guns work pretty well. And there we go, we're done. We've got just one more Jiggy mission and then we're done. And it's right up inside here. We do still have the 2 Jinjo missions as well, but, well, this mission's pretty simple. All we have to do is take this little alien thing right here. It's kind of creepy, but we got to take this and take it into that one area underneath, like underwater, that little room that we've gone to multiple times. We have to take it to there. And I think the CRUD balls is going to work pretty good for this. Now, the CRUD balls doesn't have the super engines and stuff like that we've earned, but all these jets are plenty. So let's go ahead and grab this guy. We'll just go ahead and stick it, and we'll just take it over to the water. So the best way to do this, in my opinion, just drop right down here. You could drop out through one of the side tunnels or something like that, but I just like to go right down the middle, and we just got to find a pool of water. How about this one? That'll work. So we'll just drop right down in the pool of water. Now, you do have to be a little careful. You can see this thing has a heart on it, and if we crash it into the wall a bunch, it's going to die. As you can see, just landing right there made it take a little bit of damage. Overall, it doesn't die super easily. You probably don't have to be too careful, but it's just something to keep in mind. So we're looking for the green one right here. Oh, this one is kind of dragging on the floor, so it might be a little close right here. But let's go just try to take it to the end and see if this works. And there you go, we're done. Okay. See how all you're doing is going underwater, looking for the room that has the green border, and you just drag it in there, and you're done! So we are now done with all of the Jiggy missions for Terrarium of Terror Act 3, and all of Terrarium of Terror. But we do still have the last 2 Jiggy missions in the entire game, actually. So let's go do those. One of them is right here. It's going to be a yellow Jinjo, and this is going to be Jinjo hurling. Let's go see how our ball kicker does. Okay, so we've got a pretty big ring to work with on this one. Let's go ahead and just stick it in like that. Let's try to drive forward a little bit, and then we'll just fly up, kick it off like that. Oh, it hit a little leaf. That might have ruined it, but we're still getting a lot of points, so we'll see how this goes. Oh, it bounced a bit. This might work as long as it doesn't get stuck. And we got our first try, not bad. Wow, we actually got way more points than we needed right there. And there is the last Jinjo, if I could actually get inside here. This one's a red one, and it's going to be Jinjo Fetch Air. All right, let's go do it. I guess we used the ball sticker one last time. I honestly can't remember exactly where this one is. It's kind of hard to practice Jinjo missions because once you do them, they're gone. Unlike Jiggy missions, you can't really repeat them, so it's a little bit of a problem. So I don't know if it's in this room or the main room, but I believe it's in the main room, so let's go check it out. Aha, it's over here inside the mushroom room. Now, one thing to always note, if you ever have trouble finding these types of things, and first off, we're getting a Witchy World ticket, which is a Banjo-Kazooie reference. That kind of flew off into the middle of nowhere. What the heck, game? But if you ever don't know where to go for a Jinjo Fetch Air, you can always watch the little cutscene that they show you at the start when you talk to them, and not always, but usually they'll give you a pretty good tip about where you actually have to go for this. So we got it, let's go take it back. And we got it! We are officially done with all of the Jinjo missions in the entire game. Let's go take a look at our statistics. 72 out of 72. We've also earned 122 Jiggies in total. Let's go look at all the game worlds. We've got 20 out of 20 for here. We've got all the Jinjos. We've got everything. We've got everything for Logbox, everything for Banjo-Land, everything for Gigaseum, and of course, everything for Terrarium of Terror. Of course, we do have to go bank the Jiggies first, and then that'll show 19 out of 19 as well. But the last thing we have to do to actually finish things off, we do have some stuff here. I don't think there's any Jinjo challenges in Spiral Mountain. Maybe I'm wrong there. I don't know why this would not say higher than that. I'm pretty sure there's none, though, but it does oddly show it right there. Anyways, let's return to Showdown Town. Let's go turn in these Jiggies, and also, let's go finish off the bingo board. Here we go. Let's go turn them in. That's going to bring us up to over 120 Jiggies. I'm going to grab the 1 Trophy Thomas Jiggy as well. But yeah, we won't get up to 131 until we do Spiral Mountain. So we'll get a little bit more from there. We'll also get enough extra Jiggies to get some more, or enough extra trophies to get some more Jiggies from that as well once we do Spiral Mountain. And there are a few more notes to get in Spiral Mountain as well, just from the missions. So there's a little bit extra to get. But let's go ahead and turn this Jiggy right here. And now, well, let's go and finish off Jinjo Bingo as well. There we get the Rust Bin, and here we get the Smoke Sphere. This one kind of just, well, makes smoke. A lot of the items, I haven't really touched on this, but a lot of the items don't really have much of a use in single player, but they might have a use in multiplayer, for example. So there you go. We got over 2,000 notes as well. So what exactly do we do with the rest of these notes? I believe we've already bought all the vehicle parts from Humba. We've found all the secrets around Showdown Town. We bought all the, the tower, trapdoor tower combinations. We bought all that crud. We've bought the upgrades at Boggy. All that stuff. We bought the Jolly Dodger Jiggies. But there are still all of the blueprints to buy from Humbawamba. And I haven't really pointed out the blueprints for a long time, but there are some really cool ones. So let's go ahead and buy all those, because that's really all there is left to do in the game here. So she's got 47 of these CRUDs. Let's go ahead and just start buying all of them. You guys can get a short glimpse of the actual vehicle right there as we get it. But really, there's not much to it. Some of the later stuff, though, is pretty gosh dang cool. Now, once we finish this, I don't know if we'll be able to afford all of it yet, because there's still some more notes to get inside Spiral Mountain. So we might not be able to afford, like, the last one, for example. But, yeah, it's kind of crazy, because there's so many things you could buy by blueprints. You could probably, if you really wanted to, do a playthrough without ever making your own vehicle. Now, personally, I think that would kind of ruin it. I think that would ruin the fun of the game. But, you know, everyone's going to play the game differently. For me, the game, the thing that I enjoy about Nuts and Bolts is making vehicles, having simple challenges, but trying to find efficient and fun ways to do them, you know? A lot of the missions in themselves aren't that fun. A lot of it's driving through checkpoints, and a lot of it's kind of repetitive. So the missions themselves, to me, aren't particularly enjoyable, but finding out vehicles that make them, you know, more efficient and making up creative ideas, to me, that's where the game is really fun, you know? Got just a few more here. Our notes are still going down. By the way, that was just the Union Jack we just bought. But, let's see. Will we be able to afford the last one? We've got a Stuntmaster. We've got the Humba Spy. We've even got a Humba Rocket right here. And no, we can't afford these last two. Of course, our note counter is still going down. So we're going to have to finish off Spiral Mountain before we can buy these. We've also got the Humba Go Anywhere, which is just a flying engine floater thing. But all right, with that is going to wrap things up for this episode. We still have a little bit left to go in the game, guys, but we're done with all the regular game worlds. We'll be back next time. It'll either be the DLC episode or the multiplayer episode, and then whichever one I don't do will be the episode 2 episodes from now. And then we just have to do the Easter egg episode, and then Spiral Mountain, and we're done. So we're so close to done. It feels so weird because I think in total the series is going to be 27 episodes. It's gone by so much faster than I expected. I really thought this was going to be like a 40-part series, but I guess it's not. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care.